Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a Spanish with Chris. Wow, bien, bonito, bonito, bonito gorro, ¿vale? Bonito gorro. Bueno, Thanksgiving, acción de gracias, ¿vale? Está a punto de ser acción de gracias, al menos que ya estés viendo este vídeo el día de acción de gracias. Tened en cuenta, hay subtítulos en español y subtítulos en inglés. There are subtitles available in case you need them, right? Either in Spanish or English, both subtitles are available. In case your Spanish is not very advanced yet, but it will be. It will be. Right, so, yes, so since Thanksgiving is just around the corner, I have decided to make a video about it. I'll be teaching you very important, the main important words about Thanksgiving. Las más importantes, ¿vale? Entonces, vamos a empezar. Lo primero, ¿cuándo? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo se celebra? ¿Vale? Acción de gracias se celebra el cuarto jueves de cada noviembre, ¿vale? Del mes de noviembre. El cuarto jueves del mes de noviembre. November, noviembre. It's pretty similar. Pero, en Canadá se celebra el segundo lunes de octubre, ¿vale? The second Monday of October, el segundo lunes. The second Monday of October. Right, sorry, but I need to take this hat off because it tickles me. So, here it is. Okay, say goodbye. Right, so first word. I'm gonna say words like about food because Thanksgiving is all about food, apart from family. So that's gonna be the main thing here, right? So the first word, or words in this case, is going to be tarta de manzana. Apple pie, tarta de manzana. ¿Vale? Apple is manzana and pie, tarta. Si quieres decir, si hay dos tartas de manzanas, ¿vale? There are two apple pies, then you would say tartas de manzana. Uno, tarta. Dos, tartas. Tarta de manzana o tartas de manzana, pero nunca tarta de manzanas, ¿vale? Tartas de manzana, dos tartas de manzana, tres tartas de manzana, ¿vale? Pronunciación. Entonces, la pronunciación, ¿vale? Tarta, you shouldn't have any problems pronouncing the T there, right? Ta. It's just kind of similar, just a bit less plosive, right? Because in English we tend to make the T sound very strong, like more plosive in general. So it's like t. So ta. No, ta. Just try to soften it up a bit, right? So tarta de manzana. Tarta de manzana, ¿vale? Otro problema, depende de tu acento. It depends on your accent as well. If you are from England, you might not pronounce the R. So you try to pronounce it, right? Tarta. Instead of tarta, ¿vale? If you can. If you don't, we could still understand you perfectly. Like tartar, tartar. It's fine. But if you can, do, right? Tartar, tartar. Remember, another thing is, if you do pronounce the R, it's just a bit more, it's not like the English R. Sorry, it's not like tartar, tartar. You kind of, when we do the English R, the tongue becomes quite curly. It's quite curly. So try not to curl it as much as you would. So do like a little bit less. Tarta, tarta, tarta. You know, I think my tongue kind of taps the alveolar bridge, which is just that kind of, you'll feel it with your tongue. It's just right behind your top teeth, right there. You can feel it. It's like a little, like some sort of bridge there. So there, my tongue's tapping the alveolar bridge when I do the Spanish R, right? I will make a video about this. Just let me know if you really want to know, or if you really want me to make a video about the Spanish R. And like the video as well, please. And subscribe. I really need you to subscribe. I'll be really grateful. Por favor. Gracias. Suscríbete. So, siguiente. Beans. Judías. ¿Vale? Judías. Judías. Right, that might be a bit hard for you, like the first sound there. Right? It doesn't need to be that strong, right? Just, it can be a bit softer. It's like the word hello, hello, hello. That one is perfect. It would be a lot easier. You're going to see here in the transcription that the symbol is like an X, right? That is just because even though it's like a like from hello with an like the H sound in English, it's just a little bit more strong than that. Okay, it's a bit stronger. So it's like judías, judías. But if you really struggle to make that sound, it's perfectly fine if you just make it like the ones you are used to, like hello, judías, judías, judías. It's fine. It's fine. Judías. That judías, the S is at the end of the word. That means, because it's plural. So if you only want one bean, in that case, judía, judía, judías, more than one, judía, just one. For me, one is enough. I don't like judías. I don't like it. No me gusta. Pero si a ti te gustan, perfecto. Puedes tener más de una judía. Puedes tener judías. Next, bread, pan. This is easy, right? I'm not gonna take too much time here, right? Pan, pa, n, pan, pan. Like pan, like a, so, you know, the thing you used to fry your food, you know, a pan. That same, but in Spanish it means bread, right? Yeah, that might be a bit confusing, but a good way to remember the word. Centerpiece, centerpiece. So, centro de mesa. El centro, center, piece, centro de mesa. Centro mesa. This is a bit tricky here because, well, after all, centro, that's fine. But piece, we don't say pieza de centro. No, piece means pieza, right? The same in English after all, but we don't say it like that in Spanish. Remember, we do not always translate things literally, right? So in this case, this is a good example here. So, centerpiece, centro de mesa. Centro de mesa. Mesa, table. But in English, you don't say center table, right? But in Spanish, we do. Centro de mesa. Siguiente. Corn, maíz, corn, maíz, right? It's got the stress in the I, right? In the E sound. Maíz, right? Maíz, right? Here, about pronunciation. You see, maíz, in my Spanish accent, I place my tongue in between my teeth. Maíz. However, in a lot of and several Spanish accents, you would hear maíz, s. Okay, the S sound instead of the th sound, right? Both are fine. In my accent is maíz, but in several accents, especially in Central America and South America, it would be maíz, right? It's just up to you. I will teach you both ways here in this channel. I'll be covering all the accents from Spain, the standard Spanish accent, and Mexico accent, South America, you know, and other parts of South America as well. So don't worry, I've got you covered. So next, cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce. Salsa de arándanos. Salsa de arándanos. This is my favorite word. Postre. Postre. Dessert. Postre. Yeah, and I'm sure it's your favorite as well. So anyway, dessert, postre, ¿vale? Entonces, postre. Here, pronunciation. I'm going to say something about it because it seems to be an easy word. However, it might be a bit tricky at times. Just the O sound, okay? It's O sound. It's the O sound, okay? Even, I know it's you can see the word there, but it depends on your accent. If you are from North America, you might say pastre, right? I think it's more, I'm sorry about my I'm sorry about my American accent, but yeah, I think it's more like that, like you would say naturally, pastre, okay? But no, if you are from the UK, you shouldn't have any problem with this. But it's a O sound, okay? Postre, 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 right? No, pastre. We would understand you, but it just sounds really unnatural. So if you can, do say O, okay? A short O, postre, postre, and then you'll be fine. Here, dinner. Dinner. So, cena. Cena. Okay? We always say cena, right? You can also say for supper, cena. Cena. Here, again, it depends on the accent you want. But it's either cena or cena. Cena. Cena, as I said, more kind of Central and South America. And cena, with your tongue in between your teeth, it would always be from more Spain, right? So both are fine. What you like more, what you find easier, you are fine either way. Feast, banquete, banquete, banquete. This might be a bit hard for you if you see this word. The spelling of this word might be a bit confusing, but it's banquete, banquete. Food, food, comida, comida. Super easy. Comida, comida. Me comeré los restos. O dale los restos al perro. O dale las sobras al perro. That's a good example. That will make you remember it a bit easier, in a better way. It might be easier for you to say sobras rather than restos, because that r can be really hard for some of you. If you say it with your normal R sound, it might be alright. Restos, restos. We would understand it perfectly. So don't worry. Both ways are fine. So honestly, you'll be fine. Mashed potatoes. Puree de patatas. Remember de, once again, we need to know what it's made of. So puree de patatas. Puree de patatas. Right, this is very, so mashed would be puree, then de of potatoes, patatas. But, wait a minute, patatas or papas? Patatas or papas? I personally say patatas. You will hear papas more often than patatas. Yeah, definitely. You can stick with both. Both are fine. But papas, in some parts of Spain, people say papas, and it's becoming more and more common. But in South America, Central America, papas, always papas. So it depends on what type of Spanish you want to learn, right? Both ways are fine. If you go to Spain and you say papas, they will understand you because, as I said, it's becoming more and more common. And if you go to South America or Central America and you say patatas, they will understand you as well. So you can say both. It doesn't matter. So it's up to you. So puré, puré, re, right? The stress is in the e sound and the patata or papa. Ow, I just hit my finger. Ouch. I was sore. Never mind. Next. Napkin. Napkin. Servilleta. Una servilleta. Sí. Servilleta. Sí. Aquí. Aquí mismo. Aquí tengo una servilleta aquí. Hope it's not been used before, you know. Never mind. Oven. Oven. Horno. Horno. Remember, in Spanish, I don't know if you know this, but in Spanish, if the age, you know, actually it's always a silence. I was gonna say at the start of the word, but normally it's always a silence, unless the age is followed by a C. If that is the case, we would pronounce it as ch, ch. Okay, like chair, chair. The same, just the same sound, ch, 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 right? In this case, it's not followed by a C. The word starts with a H. So, horno, no horno, right? Sounds a bit strange there. Horno, horno, no H. Just imagine the H doesn't exist there. Horno, horno. Pudding, pudding, nice one. That's nice. I like pudding. Did you like pudding? Let me know in the comments, please. Right, so pudding. This is a really interesting word in Spanish because, well, we have 3 ways to say it, but it depends on what part of the, or actually what country you are. So, for example, in Spain, is more commonly used pudding, 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 right? No, the pudding, no, there's no G there, it's just pudding, as you can see here. Pudding, pudding, pudding. But you will hear maybe more in South America this version. Pudding, pudding, instead of pudding, pudding, pudding. Or even pudding with the p sound, but pudding, the stress is in the e sound there. So pudding, 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 pudding. Right, this might be a bit confusing for you. It's like, okay, so which one should I use? You can use either, but if you go to Spain, pudding, right? If you say pudding, it might be like, what's that? Maybe, but in general, you know, pudding. If you go to South America, you can say pudding, pudding. I would say pudding or pudding. Pudding is less often, right? Pumpkin, pumpkin. Calabaza, calabaza. Right, remember what I said before? Th, in this case, it's a Z. Z is like th. However, it's perfectly fine to say se instead. Calabaza. So you can use both. Whatever is easier for you, right? It's not a problem. Here, you know, I think this is the most important word about Thanksgiving. Pavo. Turkey. I think it is, isn't it? Possibly. So yeah, turkey. Pavo. 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 Right. Even though it's a there's a V here. In Spanish, I would talk about pronunciation in another video, just about pronunciation. But we don't, but here just a little bit. I'm gonna tell you a little bit here. B and V sound the same in Spanish. It's not like in English. It's B, V. No, it's just B, the same. We do not distinguish one sound with the other. So, pavo, pavo, easy, piece of cake. It should be fácil, ¿verdad? Pavo, pavo. Or roasted turkey, pavo, asado, right? Roasted, asado. So it goes at the after the word of pavo, right? It's first we say pavo and then the adjective, el adjetivo, asado, roasted, asado, pavo, asado. No asado pavo, no, pavo, asado. Right, we're getting there. Now I've got a few more words to say and then that's it. So these are verbs, right? Verbs. So bake, hornear, bake, hornear. Remember the word oven in Spanish? Remember? Horno, horno. But if you want to bake something, obviously you need the oven. So oven, horno. But if you wanted to cook something in the oven, hornear, hornear, hornear. Horno, that's the noun. If you want the verb, hornear. That's it. That's all the words. So that's it for today. If you liked the video, please subscribe, like, and you can comment below. Suscríbete, dale a me gusta y comenta. Yeah, you can say, you know, if there is something that you really want to learn or you want me to talk about, tell me about it and I will make a video about it. And gracias. Eso es todo. Os veo la próxima vez. Hasta luego.